Hello everyone and welcome to Simplex Cuisine. My name is Harper, if you did not know, and today I am going to try to cook for the first time in my life potato gratin. So let's begin. I also have to say that it is disgusting outside right now in good old St. Louis. So the lighting's pretty bad and I apologize for that. But more or less, here are all the ingredients. Also to say that how do I say this correctly? My mandolin does not work correctly, or I'm just terrible at cutting potatoes, mandolining potatoes. More or less, they look pretty disgusting. Actually, I cut this one by myself because I'm stupid, but you know, they look a little bit yikes. So hopefully that won't, you know, destroy the dish. And also, the only thick ones are just when I cook them. All the other ones are really thin, but they're kind of like, you know, piled under this pile of potatoes. But everything else is here, and yeah. After that, let us begin by preheating the oven to 25 degrees. That's not it. There we go. It's very hard to do stuff when you're looking through the camera sometimes. So the first things first is to rub some garlic cloves all around this Pyrex dish. It's supposed to be 3 quarts. I do not think this is 3 quarts. So yeah, but more or less this is the biggest pan I have. So more or less I'm just gonna rub this all around like so. Also, I forgot to say that the recipe I'm using, Bon Appetit's recipe, it'll be in the description down below. So yeah, I apologize I'm a little bit hectic today. I just got home from school, I'm very hungry, and it is, it's kind of thunderstorming right now. It's raining right now, but it was thundering before, so if you hear that, that is a thunderstorm. But more or less, I think this is what I'm supposed to do. So I think I'm done. I don't really know, but I think I'm done. After that, I'm gonna smear this butter all around the, I'm just gonna do actually in smaller parts, all around the Pyrex dish like so. So I'll get back to you when I'm done with this. Okay, so that is done. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so in this little saucepan, I am going to pour my cream, thyme, salt and pepper, and then finally the garlic and the shallots all into this pan. And then I'm gonna bring this over to the stove and let it simmer for a couple of minutes. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on, okay, and then grab a little spatula, just mix everything in, and then this is gonna go on for around 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so while the cream mixture is simmering, I'm going to shingle the potatoes on this Pyrex dish, and yeah, that's really all. I'll probably be able to break this, you know, whole thing again. And as again, they're not very well cut, so we're just gonna hope everything works out, and yeah. Okay, so I got one pan done. As you can probably see, it is too small. I have quite a lot left. So I'm gonna just grab another pan, butter it up, and then also just, you know, cook this in 2 batches. So yeah. Okay, so while I was shingling the potatoes, I heard a sound, and I found out that this had boiled over, and as you can probably see, it has boiled over a lot, and a lot of the cream is gone. I don't know what happened because everything was going out really well. I just think that a tiny bit of too much constant heat made it boil over. So I'm gonna put it on just a very, very low heat and then try to let it go. And I don't really know if I should put more cream in here. I don't think I should, but I think it's just a little bit too high and I just need to keep it on a very, very low heat to really just simmer very lightly. I just wanted to show you guys this. You know, as usual, this series is for not only the successes of making a meal for the first time, but also the failures, and this is a big, huge fail. But more or less, it looks pretty good now, and we have around 5 minutes left for the 15-minute mark for it to cook. everything feels pretty good. It's just, you know, a lot of it boiled over, so I'm hoping that won't mess anything up. I also want to say that it smells really good in the house right now, but more or less, here are both the potatoes, and you can probably see the little bit, yikes, but they're all shingled out, all potatoes are gone, and now we just really wait until the 5 minutes are up and the cream sauce is ready to go for its next step. So more or less, the cream sauce is done, and I'm just going to use this amazing tool that I've used before and try to mix it all together. So wish me luck, because I've never used this before and it might be a disaster. So I think you just, let's see. Let's first figure this out. Okay, there, I found out how to use it. Okay, so, put it down, yeah. Oh, this is a lot of fun, shoot. I think everything's okay. It smells really good. Yep, everything is mixed in nicely. It's very just bubbly, as you can probably see, but everything feels pretty good. It smells amazing. So more or less, we're just going to let this cool down for a couple seconds and then go on to the next step. Okay, so we have potatoes and we're just going to pour this on. Because I have two, I have to like portion this out. And if you guys know me, you already know that I'm terrible at like, how do I say this? Eyeballing portioning out. So we're just gonna have a fun time with that. So more or less, all around, we're just going to do this like so. And yeah. Okay, I think that's okay. We're just going to pour this more. That was actually not that bad. I'm just gonna pour some in here. The sauce kind of looks disgusting. It smells really good and actually tastes very good. Very salty. I had a tiny bit accidentally when I was trying to move something, but more or less, this is what we got. It looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy. So I'm just gonna put tinfoil on these and then put them in the oven. First potato gratin, whatever it's called. And second potato, whatever it's called. So, 1 hour and counting. Okay, so it's been a solid hour. It said an hour to, you know, an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm gonna open these up, see if they're actually cooked and tender. And if they are, we'll go to the next step. If they're not, we'll just put them in the oven for a couple more minutes. But more or less, I want to open this without killing myself. So, ow, that was steam. Okay, so we're just gonna poke in here and see how it looks. Oh, yep, it's tender. Okay, we're done. We're okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna open this one too, just a minute. Ow! Gosh dang it, I am so stupid. Okay. Do it once, shame on you. Do it twice, shame on me. Wow, that hurt. Okay, so I'm just gonna open these up all the way and please don't hurt me again. They look pretty nice. They are both cooked all the way, which is really good. And so I'm gonna let these cool down for like 20, 30 minutes or so, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so both of the potato hamnahas have been cooled down a little bit. So we have our beautiful cheese, and we're just going to sprinkle them lightly. Again, we're going to do half and half. So I've already cut in half, so if I fail this, I'm gonna be so mad, but more or less, first things first is the Parmesan. I feel pretty good about this recipe. You know, it's very simple and it's quite easy. And so I don't think it's gonna fail. It smells absolutely amazing. And usually when the food smells great, it tastes great. More or less, here we go. It's all ready to go, and we're gonna put these in the oven for, or actually on the broiler, for around 5 or 10 minutes or so, and my cat is getting into something. Boots, stop it. No, not you, no, no. Cheese is bad for you, you're gonna get sick. These look amazing. First off the bat, I put them in for around 8 minutes. I checked them right now and they were already kind of just brown away, so I said, you know, they're done. They smell so good and they look so beautiful. I think this is probably the prettiest dish I've made on this series. Right now at least, you know, it smells so good and it looks so beautiful. But I'm gonna let these cool down for a couple minutes before I begin actually tasting them. But right now I am very very certain that they'll be tasting delicious. I'm gonna get a scoop from each tray so I can be equal that way. Okay, so it's cooled down for a couple of seconds. So we're just going to try this out. Hopefully the camera is actually focused on my face because I am of course blind with my glasses, so I can barely see what's happening around me. But more or less, we have both sections of the potato gratin. I don't really know. I'm bad at languages. I'm bad at accents. And so we're just gonna call it the potato thingamabob because I don't want to insult somebody. Also, that probably insults somebody. More or less, let's just try this out and see if it tastes as great as it smells and looks. So I'm gonna have first a little bit here. So, ooh. It's really creamy. It tastes really good. I was worried that I would need more salt, but the cream sauce flavors the potatoes. Also, the herbs, they're just perfect. Like the herbs and the shallots and the garlic, it just all just comes together in this like perfect, I'm not sure how to describe it. It's just like this kind of like herbiness. I don't know how to say it. It just tastes good. You know, it doesn't taste bland. It's insanely creamy. Potatoes are completely, you know, cooked. They are delectable. You know, they're not mushy, but they're not hard either. You know, they're perfectly cooked. Everything's creamed together really well, so there aren't any like weird bits. And the cheese on the top really makes it all just like really crunchy. I'm gonna have a little bit from the other side of the potatoes. So. And the Gruyere and the Parmesan, they make like this perfect like just like cheesy mixture. You know, it has a lot of creaminess, but a little bit of cheese because, you know, is on top, just a little crisp of it. And it tastes so good. This is so simple. It's so easy. It's quite cheap too. It'll make you a lot too. You know, this is like for a 12-person like dinner. It makes, you know, I bet this makes an amazing side dish for like a meat and or a vegetable. Like, you know, this is so good. And I just say, did I make this recipe right? 0 out of 10, 0 meaning complete fail, 10 meaning success. I would have to say a definite 10 or 9.5. Like, this is pretty much as close as I've gotten. You know, it looks really good, it tastes really good, and that's really all. You know, I base my ratings off of myself from, you know, how it looks and how it tastes. I don't want to throw shade or anything or flex a little bit, but this one looks a lot better than a lot of potato gratins I've actually seen online. So I had to say a 10 out of 10. This is a complete success. And yeah, that's really all for today. So of course, if this video, just click that like. If you want to see more from moi, just subscribe. I hope you have a amazing day. I will see you next time. And as usual, goodbye.